Happy New Year. We are here for Keto class number 1 of the new year. We're doing a 3-day Keto class Kickstart, y'all. We're going to get you going. I'm going to teach you everything you need to know. So let me see who's in here. I know we got a few comments in there. Let me get my comment screen up so that I can make sure we get that. So I see Alicia on YouTube. I see Jason, Crazy Jason said, let me know if you see me. I see you, Crazy Jay. I see you. So Jason is there in the comments. I see him. So definitely get on the stream, y'all. Let me stream that below on the banner. So make sure that you allow StreamYard to accept your comments. So Alicia said, hey to Alicia. Appreciate you popping in here. Renee, Happy New Year, Renee. Happy New Year, Alicia on the YouTube side. So yeah, we are getting it going. I see this comment right there, so I can't tell who it is, y'all. Y'all gotta let StreamYard know who you are, so you can be recognized. I see Rosie. Rosie found her way onto the Facebook side. Hey Rosie, and we got Sophia. So hey y'all, I am so excited and ready to get started. So Mary McDonald is over there. McDermott is over there on the YouTube side. Happy New Year to you as well. Another Facebook user. Hey Coach. Hey. We got to get you all linked in there. So definitely let StreamYard allow to recognize you, says that is going to be a big deal for me to recognize who you are. We said, so Crazy J said, do you have to allow each time? Nope. Once you allow it once, you're good for every time that I go live. You'll be good. So hey Laverne, you have already allowed them to do it. So I see you there. You are. I see you there. So there goes another one. Hey Coach, Happy New Year to Kathy. Hey y'all, we're gonna get it going, y'all. I see we got so many people who are just ready to take this new year to a whole nother level, and I am here with you to help you all along the way. So I'm gonna get right to it, y'all. I'm gonna get right to it. Today is class number 1. So I get this question all of the time. People ask me, what do I need to do to get started? What do I need to do to get started is the main question. So I see it says, how do you do that? So basically, if you want to allow StreamYard to recognize you, basically, if you go to the main, not the comment, but the description. If you go to the description will allow, it has a link there that says allow StreamYard to recognize you. And just click that link, and then I don't know what it says after that. I've done it before, but I don't remember what it says. But just do that, and it will let you in. It will let you in. So Natalie there. So hey, Natalie on the YouTube side. I love seeing people on the YouTube side as we grow on YouTube. I really enjoy seeing that little YouTube icon, y'all. It's like really, really neat. So who we got? Facebook say we made it. Happy New Year to you. So glad you made it. Allow StreamYard to recognize you. So let me I'm moving this over here. So y'all see me looking there. That's my navigation screen over there. So when I look over there, I'm going to share my screen here with you guys. So we're going to share this screen. And here we are. I'm going to share my presentation with y'all. So y'all, hopefully y'all can see it because it actually like takes over my whole computer. So hopefully y'all can see it. Y'all let me know if you can see it. I'm gonna come back out of it so I can make sure. So let me know that y'all saw that perfectly fine there. Did y'all see that? Y'all see that good? Y'all let me know. So let me know if y'all can see the presentation. Well, so thanks, Coach. I'll put that up on the screen there. It says, thank you, Coach, for all you give. Looking forward to getting more from you and your family. I appreciate you for forward to doing more with you and your fam. Appreciate that, Mary. So y'all could see it. That's awesome. So let me get it going because it's actually going to block out the comments for a while there. So I won't be able to see those for a minute. So I'm going to go all in on this presentation, and I'm going to come back at the end and check out some questions. I may just minimize for a moment there just so I can see the questions as well. So let's get it going, y'all. Let's get it going. So y'all know we are that's the full screen layout. We don't want to do that. I want y'all to at least be able to still see me here. All right. So here we go. So welcome to Keto class, y'all. If y'all didn't know, we are going to talk about just how you get started with the ketogenic lifestyle. This is the main question that I get is, how do I get started? What do I need to do to get going? So I'm going to tell you everything you need to do to get going with the ketogenic lifestyle. I'm doing this for 3 days. So today, Friday is Friday. So we're 8 p.m. today. We're 8 p.m. on Saturday, and then we're 8 p.m. on Sunday. And this is Eastern time. So calculate accordingly if you are somewhere else in the United States or abroad. So definitely we're going on Eastern time. The 8 p.m. Time is on Eastern time. But we're going to I'm going to break down the ketogenic lifestyle to you and exactly how it's going to help you and what you need to do. So here we go. So these are objectives here. I'm going to explain ketosis, explain the benefits of keto. Intermittent fasting, I'm going to do that another day. So I'm going to get into that a little bit later. But I'll provide a basic meal plan and shopping list. I do have those for you guys as well. So if you don't know, I have a huge meal plan and shopping list that I just launched like 2 days ago. So I'll share that with y'all. And for those of you who may not know, I've been dubbed Keto Coach E, and I've become Keto Coach E because of all of these things encompassed in one. I have a BS degree in biology. So that's a bachelor's of science, y'all, not a BS degree, right? It's a real degree, y'all. It's a bachelor of science in biology. And I've been a teacher for about 15 years now. I've been a biology teacher for about 15 years. And I'll say science teacher because I've taught earth science. I teach forensics. So I've taught other things as well in the science realm. But my expertise is biology. So I also have a master's in athletic administration. And I'm a basketball coach. So that's where Coach E comes from. I'm a basketball coach. I've coached basketball. I played basketball on the high school and college level and the teeny tot level, because that's important too, right? I played all my life pretty much. And now I'm a basketball coach, coaching on the high school level. And that's where Coach E, like I've always been called Coach E. So, I just put the keto in front of it when I started teaching online. And I don't know if I did it or someone else did it, but it stuck. Whatever it was, it just kind of stuck. And I became Keto Coach E. I started out with a cell phone store years and years and years ago. And I say the most important, that's why I have entrepreneur there, but the most important job I have, and I hate to call it a job, but my most important position in life is being a good husband to my wife. And y'all can see our picture there. We had a photo shoot a couple years back, and y'all see these are a lot of the pictures that I use on all of my stuff because it's the only time I really have taken professional pictures. So that's my most important role in life, y'all, is being a good husband. So, I know y'all see me in front of the screen a lot, but my wife does support this, and she supports me teaching the ketogenic lifestyle and helps me as much as she can. So I know y'all always like, well, where is she? Where is she? But she's always in the background. She's always pushing me and motivate me to keep going. All right. So right now we have our niece here. So she actually has my niece keeping her from jumping on my lap while I'm doing live right now. So she's definitely helping to support. So that's a little bit of my story. I started the ketogenic lifestyle years ago because I basically I started having these bouts of dizziness. I always used to show this picture. Well, I don't have it loaded up here. And if I'd have thought about it, I would have done that. I went to the Michael Jackson 1 show. My wife and I went to the Michael Jackson 1 show it's about 5 years ago. And I just remember being uncomfortable. And if you've ever been to Vegas and you went to the Michael Jackson 1 show, you know how amazing the show is. All hologram, and like Michael Jackson's like really there as a hologram. And it's like it's an amazing show. But I was uncomfortable. I took a nap. Like I was tired. I'm in Vegas tired, y'all. At the Vegas show, tired. I couldn't get comfortable in the seat. And then we took a picture after the show. I enjoyed myself, but I just looked at that picture and I was like, I just could remember how uncomfortable I was. And all I could say was like, I looked frumpy. My shirt didn't really tuck into my pants properly. I just looked I didn't look like myself. I'll say that, being a person who had played sports all my life, I'd always been in pretty decent shape. So that picture really was an eye opener for me, but it didn't wake me up enough. So that picture didn't wake me up enough because I actually, decided that that wasn't enough. And a few weeks after that, I had gone to a health screening and I got my blood pressure taken, and the nurse looked at me and was like, your blood pressure is crazy high, like you need to go see a doctor immediately. And I'm like, what? Like okay, and she's like, no, seriously. So I'm like, okay, I'll go see a doctor. And of course, I didn't go see a doctor. So what happened was I started having these bouts of dizziness where I would like pass out for a short enough period of time where I wouldn't actually hit the floor, but it was long enough where I would stumble a couple steps to the left and I would stumble a couple steps to the right, and I knew that I had blacked out. So that was enough. That right there, that took me over the edge, and I was like, I got to do something because that was associated with that blood pressure, right? So I knew I had to do something. I started teaching the ketogenic lifestyle, and that's what brings me here. That's why I'm in front of you today. All of these things that you see on this screen, from the biology that I've learned it. I basically have studied for years, the biology and teaching, and all of those things have brought me right here where I am today as Keto Coach E. And wanting to teach people the lifestyle to help people who may be dealing with certain conditions or whatever it might be, to help them improve those, whether it be diabetes, whether it just be you got high blood pressure, high blood sugar, whatever it might be, to help you improve on those conditions, just using the ketogenic lifestyle and the things that I've learned and to help shorten your learning curve. So these are the benefits. So these are the benefits that I got from the ketogenic lifestyle is that much more energy, y'all. Much more energy, lots of energy, y'all. And so I've just been so energized. If I was to go to that Michael Jackson 1 show now, I'd probably sit in there twice and watch it because I have so much energy. My blood sugar support. So it's helping with your blood sugar support. It's helping with your mental health support because it's helping with that mental clarity. And if you did not know, the ketogenic lifestyle was created years ago, over 100 years ago, for children who have epilepsy. And what happened is those children would stop eating because they just didn't feel good. They had epilepsy, right? They didn't feel good, so they would stop eating. And when they stopped eating, their bodies would get into the state of ketosis in which we put our bodies in. And what the doctors would notice is that when they got into that state of ketosis, their seizures would subside. And they noticed that and said, well, wait, man, we need to look more into this. And how can we feed them in a way that gets them into this state? And therefore, the ketogenic lifestyle was born. And they also found that with the ketogenic lifestyle, not only would it give you that mental support and that mental clarity, but you could lose weight. So you got all of those benefits from it. So that's where it was born. And not only that, it's lasting weight loss. If y'all don't know, I've been keto for over 4 years, or about 4 years, somewhere around in there. And I've maintained my weight loss for over 2 at this point. And I'm saying over 2 is probably closer to 3. So I've been saying I've maintained it for 2 years, probably for 2 years, right? So I've maintained this weight loss. So it's a great way to maintain your weight loss as well. So here again, supporting the diabetes, it supports heart health, it supports the epilepsy. You see that there. The neurological, y'all know epilepsy is neurological, so that it supports that. Y'all may know about my keto versus cancer movement. It actually supports because sugar loves cancer. So keto is one of those things that if God forbid ever to happen to me, I know I'm glad I'm keto. If I wasn't at that time, I would be going back to keto because I really do believe in it that much, because sugar loves cancer. So it can support that as well. The respiratory system, acne, your skin gets better because you tend to produce this hormone called growth hormone, which helps your skin. It just helps you look more vibrant. A lot of people start doing keto and they just look younger. And PCOS. So very soon, we will be doing a class on PCOS. I hope that I get my buddy Maria to join me on that class, who's very knowledgeable about that as well. Because y'all might not want to hear me talk about it, but if you hear from a lady and I can chime in, then that would definitely be a powerful class because PCOS is one of the things that keto does help to support. So those are some of the positives. So did you know the average American gains 7 to 10 pounds between Thanksgiving and Christmas? So if you didn't gain 7 to 10 pounds, I'm talking to the folks in my mastermind who didn't gain any weight or maybe gained a pound or two, you won. So if you did, then you're in the right place. So who's up to reversing that and losing 7 to 10 pounds? And that's what we're here to do right now, to help you lose that. So here's your goal with the ketogenic lifestyle. Your goal, the ultimate goal in the ketogenic lifestyle is to regulate your blood sugar. So that's why y'all see me doing these blood glucose tests. That's why y'all see me eating the tortillas and testing my blood glucose and showing y'all what happens when you eat these certain foods. Because at the end of the day, what you want to do is regulate your blood sugar. So if you're eating something and it's raising or spiking your blood sugar, then it's not going to help you. It's not conducive to you losing weight on a ketogenic lifestyle. And that's the main thing. You don't want to eat things that are going to increase or spike your blood sugar, because when it increases, and granted, when I say increase, I'm not talking about, 1 or 2 points. I mean, I'm talking about, a jump, or either a jump or a gradual jump that does not regulate over a 1 hour and 30 to 2 hour period. Because y'all will notice, like with some of my blood glucose videos, and I don't want to get too much into those, but you look at my blood glucose videos, there's some products that I eat where you'll see my blood glucose may go up like 10 points or so, but it never regulates. So that's a bad thing for someone's insulin. So my insulin is working good, but if you have someone whose insulin is not working well and their blood glucose goes up and it doesn't come back down, that means that if they don't have their insulin's not working properly, that means that it might keep going and keep going and keep going, or be up for a long period of time. And that's what you don't want, because if your blood sugar's up for a long time, that means your insulin's working for a long time, which means that you're not able to lose weight. So when insulin is present, ketones are not. So when insulin is present, ketones are not, which means that when insulin is present, weight loss is not happening. So what we want to do with the ketogenic lifestyle, our goal is to decrease the amount of time that our insulin has to work. And we do that by decreasing the amount of carbs that we take in. Do we eat zero carbs? No, we're not eating zero carbs. We're eating low carbs, LOW, not no carbs, not NO. So I always like to say that. So if your blood sugar is up, then your insulin is present and you are not losing weight. So if you just go by this rule right here, I could stop the presentation. If you just focus on this. If you're eating something, I don't care whether the back it says keto. I don't care if somebody tells you it's keto. I don't care if it's a chef that's cooking and they're using a certain ingredient. If that ingredient is spiking your blood sugar, it is not helping you lose weight. It is not helping you with the ketogenic lifestyle. So just keep that in mind, because that is your ultimate goal. And it shows you over here that that's your healthy insulin. It's actually gonna connect to the insulin receptor, and it's like a key. So think of it being a key. Those little triangles being keys, and when the key gets into the lock, it's gonna let the glucose into the cell, and then the cell can deliver that glucose or that energy throughout your body, right? And distribute it so that you can use it for energy. So a person with type 1 diabetes, they may not be producing that insulin. You can see the one little triangle come up. They're not producing the insulin, and therefore the key is not opening the door for the glucose to get in. So therefore that glucose is where? I wish y'all can answer me out loud. It's in your blood. So that's why it's called high blood sugar, right? Because it's in your blood and it's not in your cells. A person with type 2 diabetes, this particular graphic shows that the insulin is not able to connect to the receptor, but there are also individuals who are not able to, that means that they're insulin resistant, that the receptor is not accepting it. The key is not able to go into the lock, and therefore the glucose is sitting in your blood, which means you have high blood pressure. The glucose is sitting in your blood, high blood sugar. So last but not least, if a type 2 person may not be producing the insulin like they used to as well. So all of those things could cause a problem. And diabetes and weight loss kind of go hand in hand, because the same thing that will help you manage diabetes is the same thing that's going to help a person lose weight on a ketogenic lifestyle. So let's just keep that in mind. And I just show that graphic just to kind of do that. So in order to get your body into a fat burning machine, we have to regulate our blood sugar, and we have to, in turn, that's regulating our insulin. And in turn, that is going to turn our bodies into a fat burning machine. So here's how we do it, y'all. Here's how we do it. So you're going to get 75% of fat. I put 70 on this graphic, but I meant to put 75% of fat. You're going to get 20% protein, and you're going to get 5% of carbohydrates. Just to get started, y'all, that 5% carbohydrates really is nothing more than 20 grams of carbs per day. So if you knew nothing else, if you couldn't figure anything else out, eat 20 grams of carbs a day or less, because you can look on the back of a bag or box or whatever, if you're eating meat or whatever, you can see how much protein, how many carbs is in it. And you want to get 20 grams or less a day. I always say somewhere around 20 grams. I really don't like for people to start keto and then they're like, well, I'm doing 10 grams. And this is like 20 grams of net carbs. So you can subtract the fiber, and I'll teach that tomorrow. I'll teach that tomorrow exactly how you actually subtract the fiber and everything. I'll put all of the food label stuff together for you tomorrow. But you can subtract fiber and you can subtract sugar alcohols from the main number. But basically, what I need you to do is focus on 20 grams of carbs a day to get started. So if you did nothing else right, at least get that right. Okay. So that will help you regulate your blood sugar right away. That will give you the main start. But I'm going to show y'all how to do it the right way. So, if you got to log off right now and that's all you heard, then that's all you heard. But this right here, I'm going to show you exactly how to break it down. So we've been taught this for so long. So keto versus carbs, that food pyramid on the right is the one that they wanted me to teach my students as a teacher. And this is why the ketogenic lifestyle resonated so well with me, because I never felt comfortable teaching the food pyramid. And why did I never feel comfortable teaching the food pyramid? Because when I look at the food pyramid, it makes no sense to me, and it never has. And before I even found the ketogenic lifestyle, because I was always leery of, when you look at what they have now, they got bread, they got pasta, they got rice, they got cereal, potatoes. So I can't really understand why they would put bread and pasta and cereal down there, because they're all in a bag or a box. I'm like, well, why would they be below the things above, which if you look at the fruits and vegetables are above, and then the meat alternatives are above, like they're all natural things. Like, why is it that they're telling us to eat these things out of a bag or a box? And that really baffled my mind to no end, to the point where I never really would teach the food pyramid. I would teach about carbohydrates and how simple carbs and complex carbs. I would teach that a lot, just on how the complex carbs would convert basically and do the same thing in your body as regular sugar does. It just takes longer to break down. I would teach all of that, but I never could understand that. Like, when y'all look at that, like, does that really make sense? The things that really come from the earth were the things that we should be moderating, eating 2 servings of, or or less a day, where they're saying, no, you're supposed to get your fill from the bread, pasta, rice, cereal. And these things literally were all in a bag or a box. You cannot get bread unless it's in a bag, or, from the store. For the most part, some people can bake their own, but bread is not something that you just go out in the field and pick it. You got to actually process it in order to get it to be that. Cereal is not something that you just go out and you get it from the field, or, or grow it or whatever. Same thing with pasta. Something that's got to be processed. Rice, the same way. It's been bleached. It's been everything else. I mean, I can't be mad at the potato, but I mean, it does have it has a lot of stuff. But I can't be mad at the potato. At least the potato, is in its natural form, right? So that always confused me. But when you look at the keto food pyramid, you can see that those oils and those healthy fats are down there at the bottom. Why do we need healthy fats? You may ask. Because the healthy fats is actually, our brain needs that. Our brain. And why do you think people on ketogenic lifestyle tout having mental clarity so much? Because our brain needs the healthy fats. It really truly needs it. And I reiterate the words healthy fats, because that's what we focus on. And that's what I teach. I teach you to focus on the healthy fats. Are you going to get the bacon and the butter? Of course, you're going to eat bacon and butter, but you're going to focus on the healthier fats, like the avocados and the coconut oils and the fish. So you want to focus on those things to get your healthy fats from: the nuts, the seeds. So all of those things, and I'm going to break down those tomorrow as well, where to get those healthy fats from. So that is the food pyramid. We flipped that bad boy upside down. All right. All right. So these are what you got to stay away from, y'all, in order to get those to get your carbs under 20. You got to stay away from potatoes, rice, oatmeal. Oatmeal was my biggest mistake when I first started keto. Lord knows I have no idea why I was eating oatmeal, why I thought oatmeal was keto. I guess the whole them promoting oatmeal as being heart healthy and this, that, and the other. I just figured it was quote unquote healthy. And I want people to understand that too. Just because you eliminate certain things from your diet doesn't mean that they're unhealthy. They're just not conducive to you getting into the ketosis. So don't use the words that, I can't eat this particular fruit because it's unhealthy. No one's saying that fruit is unhealthy. But if you're eating if you're eating too much of it, it's not conducive to you in the ketogenic lifestyle. And if you're a person that has high blood sugar, you're a person dealing with diabetes, and if you're just a person that wants to lose weight, the more sugar you're taking in, the more fat is being stored on your body, because we don't have a lifestyle that allows us to burn it off. we don't have that lifestyle anymore where we can burn those things off as we used to. But pinto beans and bagels and corn and pasta, all those things you really want to stay away from. Here goes some other things you want to proceed with caution. With milk, you want to proceed with caution. Can you have milk? Yes, you can have milk. It's one of the dairy products, but you see there it's about 12 grams of carbs if you got a cup of it. Green peas, you want to moderate those. Strawberries, you definitely want to moderate strawberries. Can you have strawberries? Yes, you can have strawberries, but you have to understand that if you want to keep your carbs under 20 grams a day. So I'm not going to eat a whole cup of strawberries and then I only got 9 grams left for the day, because now I'm going to be hungry. So just keep in mind that, yes, you can eat strawberries. Cucumbers, you can eat cucumbers. Yes, you can eat cucumbers. They're about 9 grams for a whole one. Most people are not eating a whole cucumber in one sitting. So, you usually slice them up and you're putting a little here in your salad there, here and there. So understand that they're high if you're going to eat the whole thing. And the same thing with yellow onions. So these are, you want to proceed with caution. And you see I put the X through the bread. X through the bread. Like, no, don't even try to proceed with caution with bread. Just eliminate that. Starchy foods and grains like the cereals, the pastas, the rice, potatoes. So you see me repeating a lot of this stuff, right? The oats, the oatmeal, the quinoa, because that seems to be one that people are like, what? Quinoa? Yes, no. No quinoa, right? The flours. So you want to stay away from the traditional flour. So yes, we can. There are other types of flours that we can eat, but the traditional white flour we're gonna stay away from. Okay, and a lot of those bread products that you see that you think are keto, they have whole wheat flour in them. And if you see that whole wheat flour, then that should give you that should put your antennas up right away that this is probably something that's going to increase my blood sugar, which is going to increase my insulin levels. It's going or think of it, it's going to increase my blood sugar for an extended amount of time. And that means that my insulin is going to be up for an extended amount of time. So keep those things in mind. So whole wheat flour, you want to look out for that. Whole wheat starch, you want to be looking for those things. And a lot of those wraps and things that you find, they're in it, y'all. They're in it. As bad as we want to eat those things, they got whole wheat starch in them for the most part. So legumes, so your beans, your peas, your lentils. So you got one cup of beans, 1 cup of beans are going to contain more than you need in a day. So here goes my niece. She is uncontained. She is off the chart. So come on, Amelia. She done made her way in here. She must have put my wife to sleep. So now she's here. So all right. So you got your beans, your peas, your lentils. So 1 cup of beans contain more than 3 times the amount of carbs that you want to consume in a full day. So got to stay away from the beans, the peas, and the lentils, y'all, because they're not conducive to the ketogenic lifestyle. They are not conducive to the ketogenic lifestyle at all. All right. So you want to stay away from the legumes. So you want to stay away from these as well. The processed fats, the polysaturated fats and oils, the sunflower oils, the safflower oils, the canola oils, all the things that we were taught. All right. Go back with that. See you.
No.
All right. So the sunflower oils, safflower oils, canola oils, the soybean oils, the grapeseed oils, all of these things we were taught to eat, right? Back in the day, we were told to eat those. So the shortening, the margarines, all of those things. So we're not doing those anymore, y'all. We're doing real butter. No margarines, no shortenings. We're doing the real deal butter. All right. So we want to make sure that these oils right here, write them down, take a picture. You want to stay away from those. And some people always ask about grapeseed oil, like, why grapeseed oil? You kind of understand the rest of them, but grapeseed oil has a high omega-6 level. And when your omega-6 to omega-3 levels are unbalanced, it's not good. So I'll just keep it at that. But that's why grapeseed oil is on there. And I know I do have a short 1-minute video that explains that. All right. So these are the fats that we want to get. And I'm not going to get too deep into what we want to get, because I'm going to really show y'all I'm giving y'all how to get started today. So your fats, your oils, your avocado oils, your olive oils, your butter, your lard, your bacon fat. So these are the types of oils and fats that we're going to use instead of those other ones I just showed you a minute ago. So avoid oils that say blend. They usually have small amounts of healthy oil. and they're basically mixed with a bunch of other stuff. So, they might tell you avocado oil blend, and then that means that there's a whole bunch of canola and some other stuff in there, and they dripped a little bit of olive oil in there. So let's get you set up. So here's what to expect. So you're going to keep your carbs at 5%. So here's what you got to expect, y'all. So I'm really getting ready to show y'all how to set up this carb manager. So if you have your phone in front of you right now and you have a carb manager, get it out, get it ready, because this is going to help you get set up. I have become an advocate for Carb Manager just over the last few years. I think I've used MyFitnessPal is good as well, but I think I've become partial to Carb Manager just because it seems to be more user-friendly for everyone. And I noticed that just as I teach the masses have gravitated to Carb Manager. So I continue to push people towards Carb Manager. So I'm getting ready to show you how to set that up. But these are the things you must expect as you set up your macronutrients. So as you set up your macronutrients, you have to make sure that you are looking at certain things. And what you're going to look at, your carbs are 5%, which also equals 20 grams of carbs. That also equals about 20 grams of carbs. That 5%. So when you put that in Carb Manager, which I'm getting ready to show you in a second, is going to be 20 grams. So sometimes people get the 5% and the 5 and the 20 mixed up. So remember, it's 5% of your intake, and your 5% of your intake is going to be based off of your calories, which I'm going to go over that in a second too, on where you should set your calories. So this carbs are about 5% of your calories are going to be should be equal to 20 grams. All right. So you want to make sure that's 20 grams and everything else will fall into place. Your protein is 20%, which is equal to this. If you are under 200 pounds, then you're going to be somewhere between 70 grams to 80 grams of protein. So you can be somewhere between 70 to 80 grams of protein. All right. So that's where you're going to see when you put it in your Carb Manager. And some people need to know this because you kind of get confused, like, well, is this right? So this is going to help you know is if you set your Carb Manager up right. And these are estimates. So if you're a little up or a little down, then don't panic, but you should be somewhere between this. So if you're over 200 pounds, if you're between 200 and 300 pounds, you should be somewhere between 80 and 90 grams for protein. So when you put it in Carb Manager, it should land somewhere between the 80 and 90 grams of protein. If you're above 300 pounds, you're going to be somewhere between 90 and 100 grams of protein, okay, depending on your weight. So depending on your weight, that's gonna determine how much protein your 20% will be. So that determines how much your 20% of protein is going to be. And these are the grams. So remember, the grams are different than the percentages. So I really want to make sure that y'all understand that part. So take a picture, write it down, take a picture, because this right here is when you put it into your Carb Manager. Get ready to go to the Carb Manager screen in a moment and show y'all exactly how to enter this stuff in on Carb Manager, because this is your day one. This is the first of 2021. So I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to get set up. So we talked about the 20 grams. You know, you got to stay away from the bread, pasta, rices, and cereals. You're going to have your carbs set at 20 grams. Now you know where your protein is going to be. And then let's look at the fat. Your fat is going to be about 120 grams. So there's so many people that are like, what? Like, I can't do that. So you can do 120 grams. And I'm telling y'all now, if you don't know anything else, fat is the driving force of the ketogenic lifestyle. Fat is what's going to help you burn fat. I'm telling you now, when you eat fat, you give your body permission to burn the fat that's on your body. Your body's storing fat because all our life we've been taught not to eat fat. Everything has been low fat this, low fat that. So we were so crazy about low fat that Ritz crackers became the #1 food item bought in grocery stores. So you imagine, instead of eating real food, we was eating Ritz crackers more than any other food item. So just imagine, y'all, we haven't been giving our bodies fat. That's why as a society, we became so overweight, and we're one of the most overweight nations in the world because of that whole low fat craze. And y'all can go look at my my YouTube and in my Facebook group, y'all. I got class all on that, on exactly why that came about. But your fat needs to be about 100. So protein. I'm going to go back to that for a moment. Protein, y'all, we want to get just the right amount of protein, because protein actually converts back It converts back into glucose through a process called gluconeogenesis, and that is going to convert back. And I've seen it firsthand, and I know I've seen it firsthand with some of the students, and I've seen it firsthand with myself. If I have a high protein day, I'm gonna have when I do my blood sugar test in the morning, that means I'm gonna have a high blood sugar that morning, higher, not high blood sugar like it's just off the charts, but my blood sugar, my fasting blood sugar is higher because the protein converts back. So what we're doing is we're eating just enough protein and just enough carbohydrates to burn those off, because we're going to end up using fat for fuel. So that is the reason for the protein. People are like, don't we need protein? Yes, you need protein. Don't you need carbs? Yes. These are the essential macronutrients. We're not eliminating any of these. We are minimizing or lowering the amount that we eat, because we don't live a lifestyle where we're burning all of these off anymore. So therefore, that's why people are losing so much weight on the ketogenic lifestyle, because you're not storing fat every day or storing energy, because if y'all know, calories and all those things is nothing more than energy. So if you're not burning those things off, you're just storing energy. So now we're going to take all of that energy that you stored up, and we're going to use it as fuel to fuel your body, and you'll start to burn that fat off. So protein, I'll mention this, protein shakes. I always talk about protein shakes. Y'all have to, don't go out there buying protein shakes. Majority of protein shakes have an undesirable ingredient, which is sucralose, which I'll talk about a little bit more probably on class number 3, because we'll get a little bit more deeper in class number 3. So the protein shakes, y'all gotta stop the protein shakes. I always talk about the fat shake. So I share the fat shake with all of you, and that's a way for you to get that 120 grams, because the fat shake actually has 22 grams of fat, and it's actually a shake, something you can drink on the move, and it's helping you, it's moving you forward, it's moving you closer to the goal line. Sometimes we take in things that are not moving us closer to the goal line, whereas protein shakes are not moving us closer to the goal line. It may be satisfying, it may feel good to drink it and maybe see it change colors in your coffee, but it's not moving you towards the goal line. It's really hindering you, and it's hindering more people than people realize, because it's so popularized on social media, the protein shakes, that a lot of people don't realize how much it's hindering them. And there's so many people who I've been working with who have stopped drinking those, and maybe even have converted to the fat shake, who have lost massive amounts of weight, and doing very, very good just by making that change. So please trust me when I tell y'all, we want to moderate our protein. We want to get just enough, because it will convert back into glucose, and you can see it on your blood glucose meter in the morning if you overeat the protein. So fat at 120. That fat shake is one of the ways to help you get there. Avocados is a way to help you get there. Coconut oil is a way to help you get there. MCT oil is a way to help you get there. Nuts and seeds, that's a way to help you get there. So those are some things we'll go over tomorrow with those healthy fats. So let's talk about this carb manager, y'all. Let's get this thing set up. So hopefully y'all got your carb managers out. Y'all got your carb managers ready. You downloaded it. This is what the logo looks like. This is Carb Manager. So this is my favorite app to use to help individuals track what they need to track as far as their macros. So this is how you're going to track your macros. Is tracking for everybody? It is not. Tracking is not for everybody. So I always evaluate each individual differently, because sometimes this can be too stressful for individuals. I know for me, I wasn't a person that was going to enter everything I eat every day. It'll be 4 days later, and I'd be trying to figure out what I ate on Monday. So this was not necessarily the best thing for me, but I teach it because I know that I would say 75% of people need this. The other 25% can go without and have success. So you can have success with the manager and without. You can have success both ways. It just depends on your brain and how you operate. But this is helping the majority of people. So here we go with Carb Manager. So when you go into Carb Manager, first you got to download it, right? So download Carb Manager, go to the App Store, go get it. So when you get the Carb Manager, you're going to see in that upper left-hand corner, it's going to be a hamburger menu. So those little 3 lines, they call it a hamburger menu. It's like keto bread, the meat, and then keto bread on the bottom. All right. So we call it a hamburger menu. When you click that hamburger menu, so you can see the days in depth and then water and steps, because it's going to track all of those things that you wanted to track. Let me say this too. It is free, because I know that question will come up. It is free. They do, of course, have a paid version. You can do all of these things I'm showing you on the free version. If you want to do the paid version, you do that on your, that's your option. but you do not have to pay for this. This is a free application. You can do everything you need to do on this for free. I'll just say that. And if you love it and you want to do other things, then that's up to you. But you can do everything you need to do on the free version. So you're gonna go to the hamburger menu. When you do that, you're gonna get this drop down menu. So you click the hamburger menu, you can get this drop down menu. You can see the foods, the exercise, but you're gonna go down to settings. So you're gonna go down to settings. You're gonna open up the settings tab. So when you open up the settings tab, you're going to come to this page right here. You're going to see the log out. You don't want to do that. You want to reset your password. If you want, you can do that. But you want to see carbs to track. You want to track net carbs, because then that way it's going to track the net carbs of foods. If you enter foods into it, it's going to track the net carbs. So it's going to give you some other options. You want net carbs there. So track all macros. You want to track all your macros on. Track calories. You can track calories on. It's going to track your calories. It's got to use the calories in order to figure out your macros. And then the deducting calories from exercise. I don't really like to do all of that stuff because then they start doing net calories. I don't want you to focus on calories. And with the ketogenic lifestyle, it is not like all other lifestyles. We don't focus on calories. The calories will truly take care of themselves. So I don't want you focusing on calories. Please, please, please. Yes, we need to identify the amount of calories we're going to eat, but we don't focus on them. We keep them in the back of our mind so that you're not under eating the calories. I promise you, you probably will not be able to overeat once you get into ketosis. You will not be able to overeat your calories because it is going to be, you're not going to be as hungry. It's going to be very hard to do that. So the main thing I want you to do is to get your net carbs, to track your net carbs, track all macros, you want to track all your macros. And you want to track the calories too, because the calories are going to be what's going to help to get your macros calculated properly. So hopefully you got that down. So now we're going to go to the next screen here. So the next screen. So if you don't see it, and I don't know if my mouse will show, but if you look at the top menu up there, where it says settings, my profile, and macros, I went from the settings tab and I went over to the macros tab. So now we're on the macros tab. So you want to look at the calories. You see the first blue arrow says calories. Your calories, I say start at 1,500. Now, granted, y'all, it's going to go up or down about 200 depending on your size and your weight. So if you're in the 200s, 1,500, it should probably be okay for you. And again, some people might need 1,300. Some people need 1,400. You don't really want to be any lower than, I would say, 12 at the lowest. Because if you keep lowering your calories, now you're doing a calorie program and you're not really doing keto. And then people talk about things that's not sustainable. If you keep going lower on your calories, because that's what this will do. The app will try to make you decrease your calories as you start to say you want to lose X amount of weight. It will start to decrease your calories. You want to keep your calories fairly consistent, because that's going to become a problem because it's going to just try to keep lowering it and lowering it, lowering it. And y'all ever hear people talk about losing hair and things like that? It's because they're under eating their calories, which means you're not getting enough nutrients. So I say for women, look at about 15, give or take 200, on your personal, depending on you personally. If you want to talk to me about this and help you pick the right number, then definitely message me. I'll have the number streaming down there at some point. If you don't see it already, I don't think I have it streaming, but the number is 410-401-5380. I'll have it streaming when I come back for the Q&A. But the calories part, that's give or take a couple hundred, y'all, up or down, depending on your size and your weight, and your needs, and your needs. So now we want to go down. You look at that second arrow. So the carbs, protein, fat ratio, we want to actually change that to custom. They have a keto option. So I'm going to show y'all that. It's going to have a keto option. So when you go to custom, when you click that little thing, it might already say keto, or it might already say low carb or whatever. You don't want to pick that keto option, that 5, 25, 70. I don't like that option. I actually teach 5, 20, 75. Why? Because if you shoot for 75% fat, then you'll get in the fat burning mode much easier. If you shoot for 70, then you might undershoot the 70. So at least if you shoot 75 and you undershoot the 75, you might be at 70. So I like to go for the higher fat number, especially for the beginners. And then you can always switch those later, but go to custom and make it 5, 20, 75. So we just broke that down earlier with the 5% is going to be your carbs, the 20% is going to be your protein, and the 75% is going to be your fat. And then you see the little slider menus down below. We can see the 5% net carbs is 19. The slider menu sometimes don't don't get exactly on it. But you can move it until you get to right at 20 grams. I just kind of did it quickly. And then you can see that it has my protein at 75. It's 20%, but it's at 75 grams. And you can see my fat is at 125. So that's why I gave you the number at about 120. I gave you the number at between 70 and 80 for a person that's 100 to 200 pounds. I'm a little over 200 pounds. So that's why I'm like right there. So here we go. And this is what it would look like. Once again, I just kind of showed the screen without all the extra stuff there. So that is day one, y'all, broken down for you. If you want to get a keto shopping list, I have two options for you. So here is a quick keto shopping list that you can write down, but I do have a free keto shopping list. It is I can't say it's in the bio because on the Facebook and YouTube side. So on the Facebook side, I will have to, if you go to the file section, you can go to the free shopping list. So basically it is 148 item shopping list. And it's the Kickstart guide. So it's the Kickstart guide. It's 148 item shopping list. It is 100 keto swaps. Like, what do I swap for potatoes? What do I swap for pasta? What do I swap for rice? So it's 100 of those different things that you can swap. And then it has 23 frequently asked questions. I also have a meal plan, a 58-day meal plan that I already have done. And not only does it have 58-day meal plan, and the 58 days is 8 weeks, y'all. 58 days is 8 weeks. So it's an 8-week meal plan with a shopping list for 8 weeks as well. So you're going to get a full, huge shopping list. And not only that, but you get 60 recipes. So those 60 recipes come with that as well. So not only can you get this free shopping list to go download that, you can also get the big 58-day meal plan that is on Etsy. So if you just go to Keto Coach E on Etsy, you should be able to find me. It's a 58-day meal plan. If not, you can message me directly. I'll try to drop it in the comments here, as well as on both sides in the comments. So hopefully, y'all, that was helpful for y'all. And this is what I want y'all to do, y'all, because commitment, it means staying loyal to what you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. Because right now, a lot of people are in that mood, that mood is just saying you're going to do this, you're going to do that. But commitment, what's going to happen when that mood leaves? And I always encourage y'all to identify your why. Identify the reason why you're here right now, while you're watching this live. If anybody's still there, is anybody still there? Let me come off this. All right. So why? So once you identify that why, you want to be able to identify what it is that is that's driving you. So I encouraged my group the other day to just get your phone out and video yourself in that moment. That what is the thing that made you cry, that made you say, I got to change my life? For me, it was that picture. It was that picture of me at the Michael Jackson 1 show. It was me being dizzy and almost passing out. That was my why, because I was like, I'm a teacher. I can't pass out in front of no high school kids. They're gonna, they're not gonna help me. They're gonna laugh first, and then they're gonna be like, you okay later, right? So that was my why. I'm like, I can't. I'm coaching basketball. Like, I'm not gonna be passing out in front of my kids. Like, I gotta do better. So those things, so identify that why, because right now everyone's in that moment where you feel great and you're like, I'm gonna do this thing. Where you gonna be 3 months from now? Where you gonna be 6 months from now? So commitment is sticking with it long after that feeling has left. So I see Kathy said yes, a healthier lifestyle. Andrea says great job, appreciate that. So Sophia said yes, we're here. So he said we got people in here. So Crazy J, let me know that y'all are in here. So he said we need. I'm trying to go back and catch some of these questions. So he said we need to move the comments. So it's covering the lower screen just in case. Oh yeah, well I couldn't see this screen, Andrew. I appreciate that. I remember that tomorrow to release the comments before we go. So yeah, I will make sure I do that tomorrow to make sure I release that screen. So y'all, if y'all want some Q&A time, I'm gonna drop off of here. I'm actually gonna be on the TikTok side for an hour or so. So y'all definitely let me know. So Mary B says this is fantastic. I appreciate you, Mary. So Wendy says I'm here. I see you, Wendy. So I appreciate y'all all showing up. If there are any questions, drop them in now. I'll answer a few questions before I get out of here. But we're going to do the Q&A on the TikTok side. If you're looking for the 48-day meal plan, the 58-day meal plan, it's on Etsy. So my book is on Etsy. That book right there, that's on Etsy too. And then the meal plan is on Etsy as well as my recorded classes on Etsy as well. So you can go there and get that 58-day meal plan. And then the free download is in the bio. So I'm saying the bio, but if you go over to in Facebook, y'all know in the file section, you can actually get the free download there as well. So if you like the way the free download flows, then definitely you can look and see some other things. So so let's see. Andrew says, so where do we find those starter lists for subtractions? So Andrew, you're on the Facebook side, so go over to the file section. I think it's a start. I think it says start here. So go over to the file section on the Facebook side, and you should be able to find it. So everyone in the Facebook side, the free document is right there. So just go right over there on the Facebook side where and look under files. So Kathy said she purchased the meal plan today. Well, thank you, Kathy, and I hope that helps you. Put a lot of time and energy into it. And did I mention it has 60 recipes in there as well? So 60 recipes as well. So I see someone says Facebook user. You got to go up there and get yourself linked up top with the with StreamYard so that I know exactly who you are. You said, how do you get on Etsy? So just go to Etsy.com and then you can search Keto Coach E and you should be able to find me. I'm Keto Coach E on every platform. So you should be able to get that. So Kim says bought my meal plan. So that's awesome. And y'all definitely all of y'all who purchased the meal plan, please leave feedback on the after you got a chance to look at it. I want you to leave real feedback. So leave some feedback on the page on the Etsy so that others will know whether it's a valuable document or not, you know. So definitely, if y'all have gotten it, definitely go back to Etsy and drop some feedback, drop a review. That's what they call them, reviews. All right. So drop a review on the documents. If you got my book already, well, you probably didn't get it from Etsy because I just started putting it on Etsy. But if you buy my book from Etsy, then definitely leave a review on the book there as well. So y'all, I appreciate all of y'all showing up tonight. I don't see any questions, but I'm definitely loving the chatter. So he said, I'll give some smoke recipes in the 365 group. Yeah, Jason does those great smoke recipes. He's smoking food all year long. The cold is not stopping him from getting on the smoker. So he said, so ready to get started. Sophia, I'm ready for you to get started. If you got any questions, reach out to me. Let me stream my number below. Y'all don't hesitate to call me. The number is streaming below. Write that down, screenshot, whatever it is you need to do. I don't charge anybody for a phone call. Text me first for the most part. I mean, if you just like want to call me, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say you got a 70% chance I'm gonna answer the phone if you call me. But if you text me, we can arrange a time. But if you call me, if I'm available, I'm gonna pick it up. If not, then leave a message or leave a text, and we'll definitely link up and have a conversation. So definitely do that. That's the phone number streaming below there. I'll keep that streaming there for a second. Let me see any more questions here before we get out of here. I see some other comments. So then we said, yes, please. So Jason said, Grill Nation. I see you, Jason. So Kathy said, it looks great. She said, I printed off the grocery list. You said, I will do that. Oh, I appreciate that, Kathy. So definitely y'all go back and leave a review. That's a huge help for not only for me, but for the individuals who are coming to get the document. Because a lot of you know me already because you found me on TikTok, on social media. But the individual that finds me through Etsy may have never interacted with me before and maybe, not know about the document. And if you leave feedback, then they'll know what to expect when they get it. So Someone says getting the meal plan now. Okay, y'all. So all right, y'all. I'm going to log off of here. I'll make sure that I put some things in the description for the YouTube side for sure, because I know there's no links there in the YouTube side. So I'll definitely make sure that I get those things in the description on YouTube. And I'm gonna be on TikTok, y'all. So join me over there. We're gonna do our Q&A on TikTok. I got y'all for about an hour until about 10 o'clock on TikTok. So I'll see y'all there for the Q&A. I appreciate y'all. Definitely make sure if you're on the Facebook side and you're not subscribed to my YouTube, please go subscribe to my YouTube. It's Keto Coach E. Even on the Etsy, when y'all go to Etsy, I know there's a way to like the page or friend the page or follow the page. Follow me on Etsy, whatever, follow me there as well, y'all. So follow me on all platforms. So Chantel says, thanks, Coach E. I appreciate that. So thank you for showing up. I appreciate y'all coming. I don't take it for granted that y'all are here. And if you got any questions, my number's streaming in below, y'all. So make sure y'all reach out. The squeaky wheel gets oiled. You have not because you asked not. So if you need help with the ketogenic lifestyle and you have not reached out to me, it's your fault, because I'm here to help everyone, and I'm doing free phone calls. So if you call me, I'm going to give you all the information you need to push you in the right direction with this lifestyle, to help you have success with this lifestyle, to help you do whatever it is you need to do to improve your health, to improve your weight loss. That's why I'm here. That's my mission. So y'all definitely use the number. So Jason said, thanks, Coach. And hit your YouTube also. I appreciate that, Jason. All right, y'all. So I'm out of here. I see y'all on TikTok. I appreciate y'all. I'll be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. for class number 2. We're going to talk about macros. Again, we're going to talk about reading food labels. So we're going to talk about all of those things tomorrow. Definitely the food labels y'all definitely going to need to get that broken down. So I'm going to break down those food labels for you tomorrow. So definitely come back tomorrow and get the rest of this lesson. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. And those who are going to join me on TikTok, I'll see y'all over there. See y'all.